Hey folks, so welcome back. Last week we used a specific method of using ControlNet within our stable diffusion to create these really cool illusions. I think it's extremely addictive to make. You would have extreme fun making them because you can create a wild array of things that are super exciting, effects that can be seen from far or from close, and images that change basically shape as you approach them. I definitely recommend checking out this video if you haven't already. Having said that, we touched slightly upon including text within an image, like a subliminal message, or even creating shapes out of that text. And we can create extremely fun images and artsy images using ControlNet as a background geometrical shape to bring out a certain aspect of the image that we want to do. Let's try that together today, shall we? First things first, we're going to go to ControlNet. We're going to create an image in Photoshop. Basically, you can write anything you want. I'm going to show you an example. I wrote, I love Zelda. And then at that point, you're going to pick your prompt. We're going to write Zelda characters in a tavern. I'm going to pick DPM++2 Keras. We're going to put 48 for sampling steps. And here we have to make sure we enable. I'm going to put pixel perfect. Obviously, you don't have to do that. Then we go to the models for the ControlNet and we put a QR code monster. That's the model that we're going to be using. Here we're going to want to put resize and fill under resize mode, and control mode is balanced. As far as the control weight, I'm going to start it at 175 and see what we get. Now we got the following images. This one, this one, this one, which is probably my favorite, and this one. This one's my least favorite because it's too visible here, but we can see that it says I love Zelda on all of them. I also got a bunch of other ones. For this one, we're going to load the different image I made. I made the image a little bit dirty here on the back. I noticed it helps sometimes when it creates random things. And then I put army fighting in a battlefield cinematic. So this is the type of image we were actually looking for, where you can see it, but it's not super in your face. Sometimes it'll take the whole word like this. In this case, it means that you should lower your control weight, or you can change the color of the text because it also depends on the context and on the image you're trying to create. Although technically this might be exactly what you're looking for. You might want to have the word written in between their legs and behind their backs, etc., to make it part of the image. In that case, you got what you wanted. In that case, you want to make the control weight as high as you can and have the control step start immediately like we did here and end at the end, so that it takes in the most possible. And you might want to make it even wider so it appears even more, and then you can fill in the color, or you can make it the color that you wanted right off the bat. Another thing to keep in mind is definitely which model you're using or checkpoint, because those will give you wildly different results. And this is where you have to know what you're looking for in terms of how realistic you want it to be, if you want the subjects to be part of the letters or the letters to be incorporated within the background or something like that. And this is where your model that you pick is going to play a huge role. In this case, we used realistic vision, whereas the last case we used Rev Animated. Using this technique, we've created this image of these girls having dinner. Here is the word AI that's incorporated within their clothes. It's very subtle. Here we have the word love that's written from the sun hitting their bodies. Another one that says AI here. And again, another one that says AI. Here, the reflections on the table spell out diffuse me. So as you can see, this can be very powerful, and you can use any kind of word or even logos or anything representing a certain company if you want to do some kind of advertisement, etc. And like we said the last time, the advantage of this, besides being super cool and super fun to make, is that up close, it just looks like the image you created, but as you get farther away, the image starts getting smaller to you and you start seeing the overall word. Or vice versa, if it's on a billboard and you're coming with your car, first of all, you would see the Nike logo or whatever, and as you get closer, the details of the image start to appear and the logo disappears. Now, this technique doesn't stop here. What you can also do is give your images an artistic feel. by including a base image in ControlNet that has some kind of geometric shape, so like a spiral or some kinds of squares, etc. For example, we could have this kind of shape that we just added here, and then create an image that we would usually create, but give it this kind of feel to it. And of course, in this case, we're going to diminish the control weight to 1 or even less, because we just want that background to push, and we don't want it to start for about 0.1 of the step. So let's say at 0.1 it begins and it ends at 0.95, and it gives this je ne sais quoi to the image. So here we wrote anime girl entering a portal in the forest. As you can see, this original shape is included here, and it gives it this mystical look that we were actually looking for. Here's another one that we got that's similar to the one we just made. And another one. This time we changed our model to Rev Animated, and we wrote anime girl entering a colorful neon portal in a forest. And as you can see, this gave us a very, very cool result. So using specific shapes within the ControlNet can really bring out the picture that you were looking for. Here we changed our prompt to colorful neon portal in a cyberpunk city instead of the forest. And I guess it was overloaded with neon and cyberpunk within the prompt that we wrote. So it got a bit confused. So it meshed the girl with the portal. And I think this is awesome, actually. I think it's very cool, a very cool effect. So including these images in ControlNet can just give you this artistic ingenuity or creativity that you weren't even expecting. And that's kind of the point. We're not talking about necessarily directing ControlNet to make you exactly what you were looking for, but to give you accidents based on the image that you input, such as this one. Now this time we changed our base picture in ControlNet, and we got even wilder results. But as you see, it's very, very original. So all we did here is change the original shape that we put in ControlNet, which you can make yourself, right? Or download or whatever. And look at the result we got. Look how amazing this is. How artistic, how original, creative. And pretty much every single one we got was really cool. Like this one, this one, this one, all of these ones. This goes back to the point that I was trying to make. We sometimes need this artistic or creative push to give us an idea that perhaps we didn't have at all. Because originally, I wasn't trying to get to here, but now that I got to here, it makes me super happy because I got some amazing pictures. So the ControlNet basically initiated this type of creativity where adding some kind of a shape in the background on which your image is going to be based can give you some wild results that you didn't expect. Like originally we started with the forest, right? We thought of a portal because it's a spiral. From there we went into neon, and from neon we ended up in a neon city, and we ended up changing the original image and getting some crazy stuff. And we might get even crazier stuff if we add different things into ControlNet. So you should definitely use ControlNet as a source of creativity for you. That's going to inspire you to have wild images as a result and light up your imagination. Having said that, thank you for liking the video. We got a really, really cool one coming up next time, and you're going to want to see that one, trust me. But until then, have a good day, my friends.